Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and I've started to add some only essential oil fragrances to some of my soaps, and I decided that I wanted to keep the colors as natural looking as possible. So the first soap that I showed you that I made online was the one that had the mix of lavender, lemongrass, peppermint. It smells really awesome, so now I'm really addicted to these scents. They smell awesome. But I wanted those soaps to kind of stand apart from the rest of the soaps. They're not quite as bright, but I wanted them to still have the vibrance to them, so they're going to be on the light side. And whenever possible, I want one of the colors to be actually the soap color itself. So this one, Lemongrass and Anise, is going to be a combination of natural soap color, white, turmeric for that yellow golden color, and just a little bit of activated charcoal for a green. It looks like it's green, but it's really just a form of gray, and right next to the yellow, to me it seems a little green. But you only need a little bit. I didn't want one of those big splashy black lines in it. I just wanted a real subtle color. So all the colors are really similar in value, and I'll show you what I came up with. So I decided to do something different as far as colors when I do my more natural soap. And by natural I mean that I'm using only essential oils, and I want to keep it as natural as possible, less bright colors and everything. So what I did on my piece of paper here is show you how I colored it. You can see how subtle it is. You could probably do this with any color, but everything has a lot of white in it to make it less contrasting. So this one has just the smallest amount of activated charcoal in it, and as you know, it's very strong. So if you use just, you have to use just a little bit, or else it'll turn too dark, at least for my needs in this. I have a white. I'm going to have just the soap color, which is an off-white, and then I added a little bit of turmeric or turmeric in there to give a yellow-orange. But that's also mixed with white to bring it down. I want this soap to look real subtle, but I want it to look different than the other one that I didn't put any colorant in at all, so I could distinguish between them visually. So that's all I'm going to say here, and then I'm going to show you the cutting, because the swirling part is nothing new, and keep that video short. So here's my setup for where I do my color tutorials. And the reason I'm showing you that is it was kind of funny to me that I just looked down at the floor and I realized that the color of my more natural looking soap with the lemongrass and anise essential oils are basically what I've been looking at for quite a while, at least since the remodel. So there's that light orange yellow that I colored with the turmeric. And there's that gray color that I used the little bit of activated charcoal in. So also the white that I'm using in the soap. So, I didn't even realize that until I looked down at the floor. Alright, I'll show you the cutting video now. I'm really curious about this one. Oh, I let it set for 2 days after I finished making it. I'm really curious because when you're trying to be real subtle, there's a danger of being so subtle that you don't notice the swirls. So luckily we can see that. And this one has colloidal oatmeal in it, so that's what the specs are, but I really like the texture that that gives. The gray is just a touch of activated charcoal. The orangey part is turmeric, and the white part is a little bit of titanium dioxide. And there's some just regular soap color in there too. So I'm happy that there's some distinction there. I think that's what I was shooting for, is some variation in the colors, but not too much. And that's going to be the signature of my essential oil soaps, is that subtlety, and then return to more natural colorants. Smells good too. Didn't use a lot of essential oil because I wanted that to be subtle too. I know that anise has a real strong scent to it, so I tamed that a little bit with the lemongrass. add some sweetness to it. So funny that just a little bit of activated charcoal gives a almost green look, but it's not a big surprise because of the generally yellow color of soap. Basically, I poured a lot of the base color, and then I did a sort of like a tiger stripe altering color pour to get these stripes in the soap. Take a close look at the swirls again. I wanted to go for something subtle just because the idea of returning to essential oils is sort of back to nature, simple kind of idea, but I also looked at the collection of soaps that I make, and I thought that I like variation, and this subtle color difference is something that I don't usually have. I usually go for the bright colors, strong contrast, and I wanted something different. Okay, this is my essential oil soap with lemongrass and anise essential oils, and this is Clyde Vibrant Soap. Thanks for writing and subscribing. Really appreciate that, and thanks for visiting the vibrantsoap.com webpage, and we'll see you real soon. Bye everybody.